Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Your brother Tayyab Yunus here, and I am super excited to introduce and launch the Muslim Nonprofit Show. Before I get into more about it, let me tell you the why in the journey. The why is because we believe a world served by Muslims experiences Islam. What is Islam? Islam's peace. And right now, we're living in a world right now where that's exactly what people are looking for. They're trying to find it anywhere and everywhere, but we know that there's a way to find peace. And a big part of that journey to find peace is actually through service, through serving others. And it turns out that there's a lot of good people out there, heroes and sheroes that are already trying to serve others and make the world a better place. And those folks in the United States specifically, 1.5 million nonprofits founded by heroes and sheroes. And out of those 1.5 million, turns out about 95% of them stuck in startup. If we were to only talk about the Muslim nonprofit sector only in the United States, turns out about 8,000. Same stats. Out of those 8,000, 95% stuck in startup. Now, if all we did was leave the world to become a better place to just these nonprofits, and everyone else is focused on exploitation and more money and more resources at the expense of other people, man, that's going to leave us to not so good of a world. And that's why we need to help these heroes and sheroes. These heroes and sheroes, 95%, if we help them, if we can figure out a way to support them, and many of those are you right now. Maybe you got a job and you're sitting in a cube and you're punching in and you're punching out and you're thinking, man, I want to make the world better. Maybe you're in college and you're studying, but you're passionate about food security. Maybe you're an empty nester. Kids are old enough to take care of themselves and you're wondering, hey, wait a minute, how do I restart? But I want to make the world a better place. And you're trying to figure it out. Maybe there's a group, maybe there's a masjid, maybe there's an Islamic school. Maybe there's a relief organization out there that needs your help, that needs help. This show is about helping, providing the insights of what worked by bringing together heroes and sheroes that are working at it every day. They're going to tell us the things here on our show that are the key insights that'll help all of us get to where we need to be. That's what the Muslim Nonprofit Show is about. The Muslim Nonprofit Show is about heroes and sheroes working to make the world a better place to serve humanity. And in doing so, we help the world experience peace. We help the world experience Islam in a good way, in the right way, in the best way. And so from here on out, we're going to bring founders. We're going to bring funders. We're going to bring rising stars and change makers. And we're going to try to figure out what was their story, what inspired them, what kept them going through the night, through the dark, through the day, and everything else, and pass that along. Because I'll tell you what, even for me, Tayyab, what helped me the most wasn't what I learned in the classroom. What helped me the most wasn't what I did out there on my own in the dark. What helped me the most was the mentors and the teachers who shared the insights to me, who showed me how to get through the hurdles I wasn't thinking about. Because that experience, that wisdom comes from different people who went down the road that you're thinking about going, and you learn things from them that'll help you dodge the things that you don't want to run into. And that's what this show is about. And if you're asking who I am, Tayyab Yunus, I am a minority in a majority world. And I'll tell you what, it took me a long time to embrace that identity. When I was in high school at this time, I truly was a minority, not understanding my identity, lost in terms of my religious identity, lost in terms of my cultural identity, lost in every aspect. But what helped me was actually finding other guides in life. And that led to meeting other lost youth who needed a guide, who empowered me to be a guide for them. This actually eventually turned into the founding of a youth organization. I was part of the journey in the co-founding of Young Muslims North America. an organization in the 90s that connected youth like myself who were lost to help us find our American Muslim citizenship identity and to find purpose, to prioritize how we want to make the world a better place. But something else happened. As I was graduating from high school, my father said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to make the world a better place." And he said to me, "Well, son, if you want to do that," and this is 1999, 1998, he said, "You got to make some money first before you do it." Because in his mind, the paradigm of philanthropy was you go, you get a career, you make money, and then you have your excess and you donate it. That's a traditional volunteer approach to philanthropy, excess approach to philanthropy. And so I said, okay, I guess that's what I have to do. And so I started my journey, went to the University of Florida, got Microsoft certifications, ended up in Chicago, ended up in the tech sector. And in that journey, I still was volunteering for youth. I became the national president of this youth organization. On the evenings and weekends, I'm trying to help youth. In the daytime, I have my 9-to-5 job so I can pay my bills and build economic power. But something was wrong. What was wrong is, in that short amount of time on the evenings and weekends, I never had enough to support or to pay for the resources to solve the problem of youth leadership and youth development. So I quit my job. Said there had to be a better way. Let me start a business. Let me be a true philanthropist. Let me find the freedom and flexibility to build an economic engine to support the world and the work that I want to do good to make the world better. And that became the founding of Intuitive Solutions, my first social enterprise, which was founded in 2002. And on that journey, I hustled and built a business. And through that philanthropy, we did all types of work through that philanthropy. But something happened in 2015. In 2015, 2016, I actually wanted to learn more. And it was when I first was exposed by one of my teachers and mentors, Dr. Shadiq Siddiqui, who I love dearly, who changed my life, who helped me refine my purpose into a clear path. He taught me the framework of philanthropy, and he taught me and showed me the concept of social entrepreneurship and introduced me to the idea of social enterprise and how the research existed, that the practice existed. And he showed me how broken the sector was and the different tools and resources available to fix it. And the entrepreneur in me said, you know what? I think we can go out there and make a difference. And that led to the building of additional tools and resources that are focused on one mission alone, making the world a better place by increasing the capacity of the social goods sector. That's the journey that I'm on, is how can I help make sure the world, the business of doing good, has the people and the resources in it to keep moving good forward. Today, I'm completing my doctorate. My thesis is studying and looking at the failure of Muslim-led nonprofits and has come up with strategies post-startup. That doctorate is after my completion of an MBA and my focus and my journey on social entrepreneurship and innovation. And now I want to bring all that to you. I want to bring that to you through this show because I believe that it takes both business principles and concepts and the business of doing good that work together, and human power and human intelligence and artificial intelligence. And these things must come together to create this future world, a better world that all of us are so dearly longing to be part of. So if you're dreaming of the world being a better place, this is the show for you. If you're hacking away at a solution to make the world better, this is for you. If you're in the middle of a startup, if you're in the middle of trying to scale your organization up, this is the show for you. We're going to bring experts. We're going to bring experience. We're going to bring failures. We're going to bring successes, and we're going to tell those stories so you can figure out a way to adapt that for where you're working and how you want to make the world a better place.